Welcome to episode number 40.
Second
two.
try.
Today we talk about execution struggles. We said in the last episode or the one before that inbound marketing is just as easy as staying fit. Yeah, we all know what to do, but really, for most of us, it's fucking hard. Yeah. And we tell ourselves excuses in order to avoid actual execution. And if you don't feel that, this episode is not for you. But we will share our experiences with our own struggles. And maybe you want to share yours too in the comments below.
Yeah.
So,
That's
execution
it.
struggles.
That was episode number 40.
We're struggling executing on number 40. That's why we needed already a second take on this.
Okay.
So why are we struggling to execute sometimes? What are your
I
two
think
cents?
we should take our own example. So we have a good process in recording
episodes now.
In recording our podcast and YouTube channel. 40th episode.
We
Great.
got an amazing setup.
Yeah, great job. We have everything what we need. Maybe a little bit too much in my eyes, but we have everything.
True.
We have everything. But in the end, what we are not working on is to market to push our podcast.
Yes.
So we are just pushing it out, and then we're leaving it where it is. Maybe from time to time making something like a funny Insta story or sending out a newsletter, but not in a continuous process. It's from time to time maybe, and it's not professional marketing. So, but where is our problem? What's our problem? What's the barrier? Why don't we do it? I think we had an episode, maybe 20 episodes ago.
Yeah, where we talked about
we talked about this, but it's 20 episodes ago and nothing changed.
So let me hit you with my excuses list.
Yeah.
Okay, my excuses start like this. I'm booked out.
Agreed.
Why should I promote the shit out of this stuff if I'm already fucking booked? Yeah? What a stupid excuse.
It is. It is a stupid.
It is incredible.
So,
I don't have to take the request, but I can help them and help them to find the right person, who has the time to execute in it. I could expand my business model. We both always struggle with this point of, shit, our business model is not scalable. So that's my biggest excuse.
That's a real problem. You're booked out because your business model sucks.
But why shouldn't we have 1 million people listening to the GrowthArtic podcast? And there are so many podcasts out there where there is no business model behind that, and they just built this platform for whatever.
Don't care about the request or leads or whatever you get.
Right.
So maybe I would say both of us would love to have maybe something like 10,000 followers on our podcast channels, right? Without taking care of if there are coming some leads or not.
So what's your first excuse that comes to
mind?
Yeah,
for sure. It's for me. It's time.
Yeah.
So maybe it's
no fucking time.
It's time. So I made I had an idea before we started this episode to say, okay, for us it's hard to find a time slot for both of us, maybe for 3 hours where we record 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So maybe the idea could be to say, okay, here are the 3 hours, and the first 1.5 hours for 2 episodes are reserved for 2 episodes. And the second part, the second 1.5 hours are reserved for doing some marketing.
Yeah.
That could be a solution, because after 40 episodes, I would say that we should spend a little bit more time in marketing than just in producing content, because that's something with 40. I think we are not big, but we're in a good track. Yeah, we're in a good track. So maybe to lose a little bit of speed maybe in recording and to increase speed in marketing. That would be the next step I would love to see.
Yeah, so
with the same time, with the same amount of time, because both of us we are struggling with time. So that could be a solution, right? Could be.
Let me give you the next excuse. It's bound up with the first excuse. of being booked out. But it is the very distinct excuse that I don't have anything to sell. That is not involved with my time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's say I had.
It's bond to the first.
Let's say I had a magic online course. I always make the quotations marks now when I talk about online courses because I've been procrastinating and failing to execute on that part for so long that it's becoming a joke here. I don't know, it's not being like, it's so clear the next thing I need to do in my business to get where I want to be that it's not even funny anymore. So I don't have shit to sell to you guys. So you either have to be in Cologne to get in touch because I fucking hate traveling. For anybody beyond the borders of Cologne, Düsseldorf, Essen, Bonn. Düsseldorf is already far away, but ask that guy to come over because I don't like to travel. But let's say we had the GrowthArtic online course where we share with you the 12 most important concepts of growth marketing and growth hacking, and you could buy it for €99. Let's just say that. We would execute the shit out of this.
We could execute this one in 4 hours.
Yes.
Because if one episode is maybe max 15 minutes, 15 multiplied with 12 is something like 3 hours, right? With having a pee break and a coffee break would be 4 hours. Building a landing page, 1 hour more, 5 hours. Yeah. So if we sum up everything, it's a day.
It's
done.
It always sounds like it could be doable in a day, but
it's not a Saturday, my friend.
Something more to sell. Let's take it away from this podcast and let's apply it to my pirate skills business. I'm thinking I'm already the second largest audience beside Germans are like US and Canada, for the live streams. And there is no reason for me to invest €1,000 per month, per day, per week to advertise there because I have nothing to sell to them and I cannot deliver my service there. But if I had the magic online course, that would be so obvious for me to spend the dough in Mumbai, and to scale globally. That's my next excuse. Wimpishness. No time to create the online course to get free from the time slavery. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, so I know your problem with our online course. So, but if it is just time, I would say there is an easy solution. If it is just having nothing to sell, I would say that's a really stupid excuse.
Incredible.
Because just giving it to everybody and just don't care about all the leads and all the people want to buy something from you would be a really luxury problem. It's like, okay, I want to have this kind of problem. No problem with this. So that's not a good excuse. Nope. I would say something like, sorry. So bad excuse. Maybe we turn this around, and if we would be corporates, and that's something I have to face maybe 2 or 3 times a week when I do something like growth hacking corporate workshops. So they have other excuses, like we are not able to execute just building a new landing page because the CTO doesn't like this kind of tool. We don't have this tool. Sorry. We are not allowed to use this tool because of legal reasons, because of technical reasons.
Because the buying center did not approve it yet.
We don't have the $59 for implementing MailChimp because we have a $50,000 solution for sending emails, because we have no IT resources to implement it, because we don't have any resources. My boss doesn't allow me to build it. So there are so many reasons, and that's something where I'm really thinking of a lot of times so I'm talking a lot about growth hacking, and everybody's expecting me to talk about this one really crazy, smart marketing hack with everybody can grow like crazy. And I start always with the organization and your barriers. And the organization starts with one person, that's you. Okay, what is the barrier? Why can't you execute this idea starting in the evening? And then they start thinking. And they say, okay, next step could be, what is the barrier to execute it in your team? If you have a team, maybe of 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people. And then comes the next step. What is the barrier, not in your team, maybe in your department? And then comes, okay, and there's always, the reasons are always the same. Maybe there are 10 reasons. Where it's okay, is it a real reason?
Yeah.
Is it a real reason? And if this is a reason why you can't grow, or why you can't be innovative, or why you can't change your business model, or whatever it is, then sorry, you will die. Maybe not tomorrow, because your existing customer base is like 500,000 existing customers in the insurance sector or something, but you will, in the end you will die. And you will die faster than you know today. And that's something from the corporate side.
Execution is, most of the time, it's a mental.
It is mental.
Even if you are in a corporate, there's always a constructive way around it. But it is my mental blockade to do that. And I think really good coaches,
I have a good one.
Really good coaches have this ability to point those mental blockades at you, to make you see the assumptions that you actually have in your mind that are really questionable. Pretty much the only spiritual person I follow is a woman called Byron Katie. Yeah, and she has this concept of the work. The work is, check her out on YouTube and look like Byron Katie, the work. The process of questioning your false assumptions and having somebody who helps you to point them out. They are like your blind spots where you're just like, why did I not see this before? Yeah. So you said you had another good one.
Yeah, I had a good idea just to tackle this time problem.
Yeah.
It's not a time problem.
What is it?
It is a prioritization problem.
Easy.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So it's not we are having enough less time, because everybody has no time, everybody's stressed. So the question is, why don't you do this online course?
Yeah.
Because you're booked out. Okay, what would happen if you just say no, maybe to 2 workshops, trainings, whatever? Yeah, it is about real money and revenue, given value, but just, no, there's no time for this 2 days, because I have to work on my own strategy. I have to build an online course, because I know with the online course, in the end, I will make maybe 10 times the money.
Yeah,
for
much bigger
so
impact.
it's always the time. It's always a question of prioritization.
Yeah, it is.
And that's. I think that's something. I think most of the people know that it's always about prioritization. But in the end, I think to reflect yourself, maybe every day or every week or every month, or with your team, to say, okay, what is the right prioritization? What is the most important thing we should do today, maybe to have this problem solved tomorrow? Yeah. That's just this kind of assumption thing.
So I saw this great video on YouTube, a guy that tried to not procrastinate for like 7 or 30 days, yeah? And he said he described the before and after effect. He did not allow himself to procrastinate on anything for like 7 days. And that already made such a big change in his life, yeah? And that is something that I also try, like to get out of my comfort zone and to do stuff that is uncomfortable and make me comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. That is so, because we live such a luxurious life. We have offices with great equipment, and we wear good clothes and drive good cars and have beautiful homes. We have become fucking soft today.
Softy.
Yeah, and so I believe that you actually need to practice uncomfort. Take the cold shower, for example, or ride the bike when you could drive a car. And doing that consciously, not with everything, but always in between. Take the choice that is not the most comfortable one. I really like that, in order to increase my skill to overcome execution struggles in general. Do you have any other practical ideas before we wrap up?
Yeah, sure. So not just because of the corporate things. So there's always, it's a mental thing. And in the end, it's this kind of the lean startup theory. So it's really true, and it's really worth it to just and talk about this maybe 2 minutes, please, to say, okay, there is a big project. There is the big idea. There is the big whatever it is, the big online course idea.
Yeah.
And then you have, okay, I have to record maybe 12 episodes or 20 episodes or 40, then I have to build a landing page, then I have to do the marketing stuff, blah, 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 here. So it's a big project where I think, okay, maybe in the end it's 3 months or 2. I think we're really fast, but it's too big. And then just to think in this kind of MVP, so minimum viable product thing, I prefer the minimum lovable product thing, but it's another story. But just to think, okay, how could I test if the idea works or not? Really small, maybe if it's just 1 day, then it's not 12 videos, maybe it's just 2 videos and a small landing page, and not a beautiful landing page, just a landing page what works. And to see, okay, like we started our GrowthArtic thing, say, okay, in 7 days, we want to have 100 people who say, Ben, Hendrik, we want to have you this kind of growth hacking podcast. And then in the end, if you get it, then you are motivated like crazy to start, okay, there are people they want us really to do this, and then let's do it. So that's this kind of growth hacking mindset.
So simplify the big problem into smaller chunks
and then start
and kill them one by one.
And for corporates, that's the only solution how they could start with growth hacking, with testing out a new marketing channel, with starting a new innovation project, a new startup, a new idea, whatever. That's the only chance they have to think smaller, because there everybody is thinking in millions of budgets and from here to here, and goals, yearly goals and strategies. That's really hard. So think small. Think big for the end, but think small.
Execute in small.
Execute in small steps. And that's my new hashtag, execute or die.
Okay.
That's my favorite one. Execute or die is something. Do it now
or leave it.
Don't go to the grave with your idea.
Yeah, the time is too rare on this beautiful planet. Thanks, mate, for the last words. That was really great. See you next time. Bye bye.
Execute or die. Bye bye.